Hello children, good morning. Today we will discuss about the topic electro refining. So let us understand first what is electro refining. Okay, electro refining is actually the process by which an impure metal containing different types of impurities purified through the process of electrolysis. So we can say electro refining involves electrolysis process. We can say removal of different impurity from the metals by the process of electrolysis is called as electro refining. Okay, electro refining makes use of an electrolytic process, we can say, which extract metal ions from the impure metal used as an anode. Always remember when we perform the process of electro refining, anode is of the metal. Impure metal which you want to get as a pure metal, while cathode is used as a pure thin sheet of the same metal, but it should be pure. The electrolyte used in the process is an aqueous solution of the salt containing same metal which you want to purify through the process of electro refining. Okay, so to perform the electro refining process we have to set apparatus as I have represented here in this diagram, right? You can see here a container in which electrolytic solution is present, cathode and anode is present. As I told you all, in the process of electro refining, anode should be of pure metal what you want to electro refine, what you want to extract from impure metal. Okay, and anode should be of impure metal which you want to extract. That should be the thick block of impure metal and the metal which you want to extract. The same thing I have done here. You can see cathode is the pure copper, because we are performing electro refining of copper. That's why I have used here pure copper, a thin sheet of pure copper as a cathode, while a thick block of impure copper I used as a anode, right? The solution here, the electrolytic solution, is containing the salt of the same metal. That's why we used here copper sulfate solution, but copper sulfate is acidified. In the previous video I told you all why acidified copper sulfate is used to prevent the hydrolysis of copper. Understood? That's why. So now setup is ready. As we switch on the electric current to perform the process of electro refining, right? Copper sulfate undergo dissociation. Into, as I have represented here, Cu2 plus and SO4 minus, while sulfuric acid, since it is acidified, that's why sulfuric acid is also present. Sulfuric acid dissociate into H plus and SO4 minus. So ions present into the solution is copper 2 plus, H plus and sulfate radical. Okay, so let's see the electrode reaction. Okay, so if we talk about electrode reaction here, okay, at cathode, first we'll look at the reaction which takes place at cathode. So at cathode, copper 2 plus and H plus will migrate. Since the position of copper 2 plus is bottom into the electrochemical series of metal, that's why copper will preferentially discharge. This copper plus will preferentially discharge at cathode. So copper 2 plus will gain 2 electron to form copper metal. So this copper metal, pure copper metal, is product at cathode, and it will deposit. Here you can see, here I have represented, it will deposit at cathode. We used cathode here, the pure copper cathode. Why we used pure copper cathode? So that product obtained at cathode can deposit at this thin sheet of copper. Okay, so here this copper metal will deposit at cathode. Understood? Now let's see the reaction at anode. How reaction takes place at anode? So reaction at anode. Which ion is migrating toward anode? Reaction at anode. So SO4 minus migrate toward since water is, I think, water is also present here, solution is aqueous, so water will also present into this electrolytic process. Okay, so here you can see here in this electrolytic dissociation, water will also dissociate. So water will dissociate as OH minus and H plus. Okay, so SO4 2 minus and OH minus will be present at anode, and they will compete for discharge, but none of these ion will undergo discharge. Okay, why it is so? Because anions actually undergo discharge by the process of oxidation, or you can say their ability to lose electron. Okay, anions undergo discharge on the basis of their ease of oxidation. Since active copper is used as an anode here, you can see here active copper is used as an anode, so itself copper will jump into this electrode reaction. Okay, and we all know ability of metals to lose electron is greater as compared to anion species. That's why here copper 2 plus, sorry, not copper 2 plus, copper will lose electron to form copper 2 plus, copper 2 plus. So none of these anions will undergo discharge. Copper active anode will jump into the electrode reaction, and by losing electron it will form copper 2 plus, and this copper 2 plus will compensate the quantity of copper 2 plus ion into this electrolytic solution. Understood? Okay, so through the process of electro-refining, thus on the account of electrolysis, pure copper deposit on thin sheet of copper forming the cathode, whereas the impure copper anode loses its mass. Okay, so here we have used the impure copper, the thick block of impure copper. Continuously it will lose its mass, while the thin sheet of copper what we used here as a cathode, its mass continuously will increase. So the impurity present in the impure metal settle down as an anode mud. Here what your impurity is present in this impure copper block will settle down here as anode mud. This is called as, I am representing here, this is called as anode mud. Many times it is asked what is anode mud. This is called as anode mud. Understood? Okay, so the net result is that gradually the thick block of copper forming the anode becomes thinner and thinner. What I told, gradually the thick block of copper forming the anode becomes thinner and finally gets finished. Finally this thick block of impure copper get finished, whereas this thin sheet, you can see here I am representing here, this thin sheet of copper forming the cathode becomes thicker and thicker. You can see how it is becoming thicker and thicker, right? It is becoming thicker and thicker. Okay, this thickness is coming from the copper, what comes from impure block of copper. So at the end of the process, the cathode is taken out and is used as a pure copper. It is containing almost 99.99% pure copper is formed by the process of electro-refining of copper. The impurity may be recoupled from the anode mud. Okay, so electrolytic refining is used for the purification of a large number of metal such as silver, zinc, lead, mercury, etc. So I hope you people understood the process of electro refining. Okay, once more we can revise the process of electro refining. As I told you all, electro refining is the process by which an impure metal containing different types of impurities purified through the process of electrolysis. It means electro-refining involves the process of electrolysis, and to perform the electrolysis we have to set an apparatus. Many times I told you all. Okay, here we are going to understand electro-refining of copper. Electro-refining of copper. Understood? So if you talk about electro-refining of copper, copper is largely used for making wires for electric transmission, utensils, decoration, articles, etc. These applications require copper of very high purity. The copper metal obtained from the routine metallurgical process is not very pure. That's why it can be purified by the process of electro refining. Okay, so to perform the electro-refining of copper, we have to set apparatus. I have represented here. You can see we have taken here a non-conducting vessel. Into the non-conducting vessel, we all know electrolytic solution is required. So here electrolytic solution should be of metal which you want to extract. That's why acidified copper sulfate solution be used here as a electrolytic solution, right? Here you have to mind what should be anode and cathode. So to perform the electro-refining of copper, cathode we have to use here a pure copper, a thin sheet of pure copper. So thin sheet of pure copper we used here as cathode, while a thick block of impure copper we used here as anode. You can see here we used a thick block of impure copper as anode, and finally they are associated with the help of battery here. Understood? As we switch on the electric current, electrolytic dissociation takes place since aqueous solution of copper sulfate is present in the acidified form. So copper sulfate dissociate into Cu2 plus SO4 minus. This is electrolytic dissociation. Sulfuric acid dissociate into 2H plus and SO4 minus. While if you talk about dissociation of water is also present. So water dissociates into H plus and OH minus. Okay, so total we have ions present in the solution are here Cu2 plus H plus SO4 minus, and we have OH minus into the solution as ions, right? So if you talk about electrode reaction, at cathode Cu2 plus and H plus will migrate since they are positively charged. So we all know the function of cathode, it is responsible for reduction. So Cu2 plus will gain electron here, right, to form copper metal, and this copper metal will deposit at a thin sheet of impure copper we have used here. It will deposit at a thin sheet of pure copper used as a cathode. And if you talk about reaction at anode, so at anode SO4 minus and OH minus ion will migrate, but none of these will undergo discharge. Neither OH minus nor SO4 minus will undergo discharge. Since ability of copper itself is present as an active electrode into this process, and the ability of copper to lose electron is greater as compared to SO4 minus and OH minus. That's why here copper will lose electron to form Cu2 plus. So at anode, none of the product will form. Cu will change into the Cu2 plus ion, and this Cu2 plus ion will compensate the quantity of copper 2 plus ion into the solution which have already migrated toward a cathode. So in this way electro-refining of copper takes place. That's all for today. Thank you so much. In the next video we will discuss about extraction of metal, that is electrometallurgical process. Thank you so much.